Well, good afternoon. If it's Tuesday, 12:30 Eastern Time, it's time for Tuesday's Tips with Michael live here wherever you're seeing this. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, please subscribe, give us a like there, give us a subscribe there. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please do. We have lots and lots of tips and Mondays with Michael there. So a lot of great content there. I think we have about 100 of these on the site over there. So feel free, to hit that subscribe button, follow us over there. If you're watching this anywhere else on our social media platforms, thanks for checking us out live. And if you're watching this post session, thank you for doing that too. So we've been on this kind of teamwork journey the last few weeks. We're going through the 5 dysfunctions, 5 behaviors of a cohesive team program developed by Wiley and Patrick Lencioni. Program that we've been teaching quite regularly here, even during the COVID, doing a lot of this via Zoom, doing this virtually. But I do have clients who want to go back in the classroom and do this. Teams working better together virtually, or teams working better together while back at the office seems to be a big thing these days. It kind of goes in and out, but seems like teamwork seems to be a big thing with our clients today. So for the last couple of weeks, we've been going through the first 2 modules, which was trust. That's kind of the base, the foundation. From trust, we went to healthy conflict, which is the next skill level, right? Once you have trust, you can have these passionate debate of ideas. And now we get to commitment. Now, these skills are stackable. So one goes before the next. And so we're at a place now we're going to talk about commitment. So I'm going to read you a couple of things and go to my notes. So when team members are able to offer opinions, have those passionate debate of ideas, they'll be more likely to commit to those decisions. And in the commitment module, we really work on 2 things. One, that team members need to be really clear. I work with a lot of teams. When I ask them what their top 3 priorities are, sometimes in a team of 7 or 8 or 9, I get like 10 different priorities because no one really knows what the number 1 issue is. So teams need to really be clear on what are the priorities, whether 1 priority, 2 priority, 3 priorities. So you need to be clear on the priority, the goal. And if you have several of them, that's okay. But everyone needs to be clear what they are. And then they need to weigh in on team decisions. They need to weigh in. So if they can weigh in on team decisions, they'll buy in on the commitment. So a lot of times team leaders will come to the team meeting and say, okay, we've had our debate. I'm deciding, let's go. And a lot of teams don't have a real issue with that. They want to be able to more weigh in on the decision, have this passionate debate of ideas before they commit to decisions. And as I tell teams all the time, committing to a decision that isn't yours is part of this process, because not every idea on a team is going to get moved forward. Let's be honest. If you have 10 people on a team and you have a passionate debate of ideas, eventually you need to come to a decision. Now, some teams will work with consensus. And in this particular program, and I tend to agree with Patrick here, sometimes consensus is a watered down decision because people have to take away different pieces of the main decision so that everybody's happy. And that's not going to happen all the time. Matter of fact, it shouldn't happen all the time. Teams will have to make a decision that's best for the team. And that may not be my decision this time. And that's okay, because I have my opportunity to say my piece. Next time, the team may take my decision and others will need to support my decision for the team. And that'd be okay too. But once the team is committed, everybody needs to be all in. You have to support the team decision. I work with teams sometimes, and the team gets to this place, they commit, and then outside of the team and outside of the team meeting, a little backstabbing goes along the way. Don't do that. Once you've committed to the decision, commit to the decision. The team comes first. It may affect your department, may even affect your career, but the team comes first. And so you'll need to support the decision, right? You're committing to the decision. We're all in on this decision. And that leads to accountability. So next week, we'll talk about accountability. So not everyone's committed to the decision. We were clear on the direction. We had an opportunity to weigh in. We feel that we've weighed in so we can buy in on the team decision. How do we keep team members accountable? And I should tell you, and we'll talk more about this next week, accountability seems to be the hardest skill of all 5 with teams I work with. It's a peer-to-peer accountability is a new concept for a lot of teams, especially here in our area, right? And so we work a lot with government contractors and legacy companies. And this whole peer-to-peer accountability thing is a whole new concept. We'll talk more about how that is and why that is next week. As always, send us questions, HR training questions, leadership questions. I'm gathering some of those questions. We'll do a session probably in December, later on in December, on just some Q&A. some Q&A from our audience, if you will. Check out the first two of these if you haven't seen those two yet. The trust and the conflict are actually pretty good as far as kind of getting us where we are today. But next week we will do peer-to-peer accountability. It's a very, very important part of working as a group. Being successful as a group is a way to keep each other accountable to the commitments we make right here in the commitment module. So that's it for us today. It is Tuesday's Tips with Michael live here in StreamYard from our home office. You're watching this live or on tape, wherever you're watching this. Thanks for checking us out. We will see you next Tuesday. Make it a great week. Work on teamwork skills. Work on committing to each other, committing to the team. Make that a priority for you this week. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.